Hello everyone, I'm Deadlydill and welcome to this week's episode of Gaming News. This week's top stories include classic Pokemon games coming to Switch, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Baldurs Gate 3, and Red Dead Redemption 1 re-release. But before we get into any of that, let's hear from this week's video sponsor. This week's video sponsor is Uphill Battle. Now, I'm not sponsored by any means by this company, but my friend Scott owns the brand and just recently dropped some pretty sick threads on their store. And to be honest, this is probably some of the most high quality clothing I've ever worn. So if you feel like you're constantly fighting an uphill battle, you might want to go grab some of these threads so you can get through it. Get it? Because it's an uphill battle and it's uphill. Anyway, all right, let's get into this week's top stories. Today, Nintendo announced that 2 classic Pokemon games are going to be coming to Nintendo Switch Online. Now, before you get excited and think that it's yellow version or crystal version or red or blue or any of the other Pokemon games coming to the Switch, just stop. Because let's be honest, that would be way too good to be true. Just like when I asked my son to stop punching his sister and his first response is, "Yes, sir, Dad." Because that's way too good to be true because your children never listen to you on the first response.
He's out of line. But he's right.
Nope, Nintendo said, let's bring back the Pokemon digital trading card game from the Nintendo Game Boy Color and Pokemon Stadium 2 from Nintendo 64. Now look, I'll give it to Nintendo. Pokemon Stadium 2 was probably one of my favorite N64 games, but the trading card game for the Game Boy, the digital trading card game, you know the cards have no value. Why can't I just go, I'm gonna go collect the physical ones. It makes zero sense. I don't even understand why there is a digital card collecting game. Classic Nintendo, always teasing you, but never giving you what your heart truly desires. Anyway, these 2 games are now available for you to download and play on Nintendo Switch Online. Well, it's almost that time of year again. And no, I don't mean Christmas. No, I don't mean Thanksgiving. And no, I don't mean Halloween. That's right, you guessed it. A new Call of Duty coming out in holiday 2023. And that's right, you guessed it yet again. The new Call of Duty is going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Because apparently we couldn't complain enough about the first 2. And in true Call of Duty fashion, all the Call of Duty players that have been complaining about Modern Warfare 2 are now praising that Modern Warfare 3 is going to be the best Call of Duty of all time.
Here we go again.
And you know how everyone knows that? Their biggest selling point is that slide canceling is finally coming back to Call of Duty. Yay! Woo! So good. So you're actually going to be able to slide around and move fluidly like you should have been in the first place. Good job, Call of Duty. But regardless of any of that, every single Call of Duty player is really excited. More excited than when I told my children that one time they could have ice cream for breakfast. I'm never doing that again. Anyway, Modern Warfare 3 is set to release holiday 2023, sometime, maybe October. I totally forgot to look up the release date. Are you excited for the new Modern Warfare, or do you think it's just going to be another dud? Probably going to be another year of complaining from Call of Duty players. I can already hear those PS4s firing up like a jet engine ready for takeoff. A new game, Baldurs Gate 3, came out this week, and it was received extremely well by gamers. Now, I had no idea what this game even was because I've never even heard of Baldurs Gate. The only thing that I really knew was that it was a fantasy game and a lot of people played it. Now, tell me why I had no idea that it was actually full-on D&D. D&D's Dungeons and Dragons for all of you non-super nerdy people. I mean, imagine being a D&D player with a level 20 half-elf fighter / battle master with max stats. I mean, it couldn't be me. I'm just kidding. It totally is me. I really love D&D. And in true D&D fashion, you literally can do anything in the game. And I mean anything. When I mean anything. I'm just gonna let you, some of it's disturbing. And awkward. More awkward than my daughter felt when I caught her eating a whole bag of cookies. Yeah, number 1, I was really impressed, and number 2, really upset because I wanted those cookies. If you're wanting to play Baldur's Gate, it is available now on PC. And to close things off this week, it was announced that Red Dead Redemption 1 was getting a re-release and a remaster, to which everyone was really hyped about. Like, I mean, I don't know if anyone else played, but I mean, I remember playing Red Dead Redemption 1 on Xbox 360. It was probably one of my favorite games of all time. There was literally people dancing in the street. They were so excited. Maybe that's just because I live in New Orleans and there's drunk people walking around everywhere, but I choose to believe that they were excited because Red Dead Redemption 1 was coming out again. However, the cause for excitement quickly dwindled down when it was announced that it's only coming out for the Switch and the PS4. Yeah, PS4. That wasn't a mistake. PS4, not 5, PS4. It makes 0 sense. And let's be honest, the game on the Switch is probably gonna look as good as it did on the Xbox 360. Why are they doing this? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It makes about as much sense as a Call of Duty player saying that gaming is dead when all they play is Call of Duty. I don't even have words. Anyway, if you want to enjoy Red Dead Redemption 1 all over again, it's gonna be available for the Switch and the Jet Engine, I mean PS4, very soon. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Gaming News. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel, comment below, like the video, and hit that bell for future video notifications. I'm Deadlydill. You have yourself a good day out there, you hear? Yoo-hoo.